Assembling a new Stuart 501 boiler, part 2. Having a look in various places in my workshop to find some suitable steam fittings for the boiler. I found some useful parts and fitted them. With the rust removed, I can now paint the castings. This is a clip of the castings that support the front and rear of the boiler as I was removing them from the liquid which removes rust. And it's amazing, it does remove rust. I don't know where it goes, but it disappears entirely. Maybe that's why the liquid is called evaporust. And here is the bottle in question. Apparently it's super safe to use. I don't recommend drinking it, but it's safe on skin and eyes, so you can pour it in your eyes if you wish and wash your hands in it. Please note the previous statement was not meant to be taken seriously. The main thing is this stuff removes rust safely without any health hazards to the operator. When I mentioned the rust remover in the first episode, a couple of viewers mentioned that it's very expensive. Well, this bottle cost just under £20. And you have to remember it's not single use. Here I'm pouring the liquid from the tub back into the bottle for the next time I need to use it to remove some rust. I don't know how many times I'll be able to do this, but for the moment I think I've used it 3 times and it's still removed the rust from the 2 castings that I put in it. I don't often read instructions unless they are on bottles of things like this that I don't understand. The instructions say I need to soak the parts in the liquid for maybe 24 hours and then rinse them off with water. And that's just what I'm doing. The only rust that wasn't removed was the part that was above the liquid in the tub, because I didn't have enough of this liquid to fully cover these parts. The last bit of rust that was present I removed using a piece of Scotch-Brite as shown here. The parts are very wet and I can't paint them in this state, so the simple solution is to take them into the outer part of the workshop, sit them on the brazing hearth and warm them up a little bit. And as you can see in this clip, which is running at double speed, the water evaporates very quickly. I'm not overheating the castings, that would not be good, and before painting them I'm going to let them cool somewhat. Personally, I've never really thought that heating parts before painting them was a good idea. Okay, I suppose if you're powder coating, but with standard aerosols it's not a good idea. If the parts are too hot and you will get a poor finish. Normally on steel and iron parts I would use this self-etch primer, but these are going to get hot. So instead, as a primer, I'm going to use high temperature paint. The trouble is, it doesn't give a very good finish, and with only the slightest provocation, the paint will run. The thing to do is to get a coat on there and let it dry thoroughly, and here is a shot of the paint actually drying. In the next episode, I'll show the finished job. For now though, I need to source some fittings, and almost immediately I found these. I use the term these because there are 2 distinctly different parts here, or if you want to be picky, 3, although 2 of the parts are actually the water gauge fitting, and this is an old water gauge. The modern Stuart ones don't look like this. The good thing about this earlier type of water gauge fitting is the inspection points. You can remove 2 small plugs and push a piece of wire in if ever the gauge gets blocked by limescale, and depending on the water that you use, this can be quite a common occurrence. Here is the current version of a Stuart water gauge. Apart from they are square and don't look right to my eye, they don't have any inspection points whatsoever. I have a full-size set of water gauges with a pressure gauge on top as an ornament, and they look more like the old fittings I've used on this Stuart boiler than the square ones. I'd like to draw your attention to the blowdown valve. Instead of the normal Stuart drain cock type of blowdown valve, I've used a 180-degree globe valve, and it's threaded 3/16 by 40 threads per inch. This also means I can attach a drain pipe to the other end to carry the water away. This high temperature paint does take considerably longer to dry than normal paint. Here it is in the outer part of the workshop and it's still drying. I had a rummage round and I found this. This was pure luck. It's a genuine Stuart siphon with a 3/4 inch diameter pressure gauge on the end. I'm only loosely fitting the parts together, and as I do so, I notice that it does say Bruce Engineering on the pressure gauge, which is a touch of authenticity because Bruce Engineering many years ago used to be the main distributors for Stuart Models products. When I fit these parts permanently, once I've cleaned up the boiler, I'll be refitting them using Loctite 542 sealant. But not yet, I'm just doing a dummy run first. I haven't yet found a suitable safety valve. I don't want to use a Stuart safety valve, I do not like them. I don't like the noise they make, and on a boiler as small as this, they are massively overscale. As far as I can remember, the thread is 5/16 by 26 threads per inch. I will probably fit a Jubilee fitting safety valve, which is more in scale and is a pop safety valve. I'll be back soon in another informative episode. That's it for now though. Stay safe, stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.